ABC6 News at 11.
Tonight on ABC6 News at 11, firefighters battling an intense blaze today in Westerly. We'll tell you what we know so far. Supporters of President Trump rallying on the water and encountering protesters. We'll have a full report. And loved ones speaking out after a Woonsocket woman killed in a hit-and-run incident. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jordan Mazza. And we begin with our coverage of the coronavirus tonight. The president announcing the FDA has given emergency authorization to use convalescent plasma to treat COVID-19. Here's ABC's Chuck Sievertson with the details.
President Trump making the announcement Sunday afternoon.
The FDA has issued an emergency use authorization for a treatment known as convalescent plasma.
The president has been pushing for its approval, saying several studies have proven plasma is safe and effective, one showing it could reduce mortality by 35%.
This is a powerful therapy that transfuses very, very strong antibodies from the blood of recovered patients to help treat patients battling a current infection.
But more definitive randomized controlled studies have not yet been completed. The news just one day after the president accused what he called the deep state, or whoever over at the FDA, of trying to delay vaccines and therapeutics until after the election, tagging his own FDA commissioner, Stephen Hahn, who was at today's announcement. Hahn said scientists at the FDA have reviewed the data from numerous studies.
Those scientists have concluded that COVID-19 convalescent plasma is safe and shows promising efficacy, thereby meeting the criteria for an emergency use authorization.
Dr. Hahn was asked if there had been any pressure on the agency.
Was there pressure on you, Dr. Hahn, to authorize this?
But the president and his team did not respond. Hahn telling reporters just before that briefing that the president had not spoken to him about the timing and that this had been in the works for several weeks. Some COVID-19 patients have credited convalescent plasma with their recoveries, like 16-year-old Frankie Quintana.
If Frankie didn't have the plasma, I don't know what shape he would have been in right now. I really don't.
But plasma may only help after a person is infected without a vaccine. Schools and colleges across the country are looking for ways to avoid or manage potential outbreaks. At Texas A&M, hundreds of students from 2 sororities have been told to quarantine after 14 of their members tested positive. Some schools hope testing will help students return to class safely. At Notre Dame, with at least 372 cases on campus, the university is rolling out random student testing. And at the University of Arizona, the school's research labs have developed COVID-19 tests that can be processed on campus. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News, New York.
And southern New Englanders lining the shoreline of Narragansett Bay this afternoon, many cheering on a pro-Trump boat parade that started in Newport and could also be seen from Bristol and Warwick. But not everyone was in support. ABC6 News reporter Darren Botello has more.
A group of Trump supporters cheered on this caravan of boats and jet skis decked out in Trump flags from the shoreline of Colt State Park in Bristol.
I like to see all the Trump supporters. It makes me hopeful that we will keep him in there for another 4 years. 2020, Trump 2020.
It's nice to be around like-minded people. It's nice to be around people that support the same things and believe the same things and fight for the same things that we do.
The parade started in Newport and reached Bristol around noon, with hundreds of the president's supporters waiting on the sidewalk in Rockwall along the water.
It's showing our support. It's putting it out there for everyone to see.
Everyone, including Catherine Quinn, who opposes Trump getting reelected.
I'm also interested in just expressing my freedom of speech.
Quinn, who told ABC6 News she was met with resistance from some Trump supporters, was holding a Black Lives Matter sign and interacting with the crowd.
Just to be a different voice, and Black Lives Matter asked for support.
Still, despite Quinn's demonstration, most of the attendees at the event appeared to focus their attention on supporting the parade and President Trump. In Bristol, Darren Botello, ABC6 News.
For more on this story or the latest headlines, make sure to check out our website, abc6.com. Or for the latest news anytime, anywhere, just download our ABC6 News app. We'll send alerts right to your phone. And it looked like a nice day out there on the water, as we saw in Darren's story. Is that right, Tim? We're going to check in with ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Tim Studebaker.
Yeah, it was a nice day for some of us. Off to our north, it was a pretty active